Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Ann Vivian, and I am really excited to share today's show with you today. I know it's been a little while since I've been on the podcast, so I'm excited to return, and I'm excited to share with you some explorations into the road ahead. I will be answering a question from one of my clients, a group attendee, and I'm going to explore through a channeled message today. Excuse me. And I will also be pulling some cards for the week ahead. So you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. I will explain further. First of all, welcome to the show. Welcome to this space. Here in Integrative Mystic, we explore the multidimensional and acknowledge our multidimensional nature. So feel your earth, air, water, fire, spirit, nature. Feel your body in this time-space dimension. Feel your consciousness expand through the different layers of consciousness and awareness, and know that you are all of the above. You are a multidimensional, integrative, mystical being. Welcome to the show. Today, I'm going to share with you something that a client, let me back up. Okay, so I do multidimensional gallery readings. I do them all over Connecticut and even some in Rhode Island. It's expanding to more New England and maybe even wider. I'm excited to do them. In the multidimensional gallery readings, I channel collective messages from planetary consciousness, ascended masters, higher dimensional beings, star beings, spirit guides, angels, archangels, nature spirits, spirit animals, and I also channel individual messages to the group attendees from these different dimensions. And in that group, I ask my participants to write down on an index card a question that they would like for me to answer, that they would like for the multidimensional me and my spirit team to through answer collectively. So I ask folks to write down questions that are collective questions that we would all benefit from knowing the answer to. And someone suggested that I use the questions that I didn't get to in the multidimensional gallery reading for my show. So that's what I'm doing today. That was kind of a roundabout way of explaining it, but hey, I explained it. So I'm going to be answering one of the questions. It's a collective question for all of us. And then I'm going to pull some cards for the week. But the question, it's a great question. Why do roads ahead of us have so many bumps? It's a great question. And so I don't know who wrote it because it's sort of anonymous. People just, hand in the questions, and then me or my assistant, one of us will just, you know, pull the question that seems most appropriate for the group. And this felt appropriate for today's podcast. I know we're in a time of change. We're in a time of twists and turns and transformation. And a lot of people are describing the energy of the times as a little bumpy. So this question, why do roads ahead of us have so many bumps? I feel like wanted to be explored today. So I'm just tuning in, and I'm not answering it from me. I'm going to share with you what I'm tuning into intuitively as I feel my spirit team, my higher self, chime in, what they're chiming in with right now. And I feel a vision coming to me, the microcosm of what's happening inside us individually, each individual, what's happening inside of you individually is mirrored in your experience of what's happening collectively. So it appears that there are bumps coming out of nowhere in our collective experience, but they're saying the bumps are actually a collective opportunity for individually a working through of dissonance and disharmonious energy internally, as you work through the bumps and the dissonance and what feels out of place internally, it's connected with a collective shift, quote, externally in our community, in our world. We haven't finished with this shift, and internally you have the opportunity, you're being magnetized to understand your internal opportunities for shifting during this time of magnetized collective shifting. And you don't have to do everything at once, they want to say. You don't have to shift everything at once. And collectively, we're not going to shift everything at once. This is a process, but finding finding a path to wind through this individually and collectively, as you understand your process for navigating these energies and navigating these energies in a way that helps you internally work on your own dissonance that needs to be worked through. This is really what's aligning with the big collective positive metamorphosis and rebirth. As you're internally redefining values, as you're internally getting clarity and understanding your place in the world, more clarity than ever before. What's happening in the world right now, the bumps and the twists and turns and the unexpected, disturbing and awe-inspiring experiences are catalysts for us to create this internal change and this internal understanding, a deeper understanding of what it is that we want, what it is that we're defining when it comes to how we want to be together as a community, how we want to see ourselves and work with consciousness, work with each other, work with more solar power, star power, expanded understanding of the nature of being, and channel that into a human experience. We're understanding more how to cooperate with each other, and we're understanding through this oppositional play, what we're seeing as an oppositional play, what appears to be great opposition, is actually opportunities and a natural working out of dissonance and lack of clarity so that we may have more clarity and discernment and ability to discern more than ever before. So think about your role in the whole. Think about your role in the wholeness and the greatness of this experience. And think about your role as being not just your individual disconnected self, but your participation is integral in this collective experience of metamorphosis that's happening on this planet right now, that's happening actually interdimensionally, not just on the earth, but we are connected with many layers of dimensions and many dimensions of consciousness and energy that are influenced very positively by these transformations and big leaps and risks and experiments and new understandings that are being downloaded and unfolding in us right now. So think about your role as a key ingredient to this whole recipe. This experience is made up of individual experiences that are interwoven, and understanding that you're both the whole, you're both the wholeness and the unity and the totality. You are the web that connects, and you are the individual. You're all of it. Your consciousness is spills over into all of it. It is not contained in your lower understanding of identity. And as you understand this expanded version of identity, you're able to use the power and the potential that's being bestowed upon you, that's been bestowed upon all of us. And this is the answer to the bumps that redefine bumps as change and opportunities for change, and redefine yourself when it comes to your ability to navigate what appears to be opposition by understanding you are a unified, multidimensional being that already has worked out the bumps on some level. And the you here on the earth plane is playing out this understanding in a time-space dimension that allows you to play with this and experiment with this and learn from it in a very exciting way. I feel like that's the wrap up of the message. Wow, thank you guys. I feel an energy of the goddess as I channel this. I feel like Isis, the Egyptian goddess, is watching over us right now. I feel the Divine Mother is watching over us right now. I also feel Mother Mary as well. And I feel this consciousness of unity coming out and understanding the mother and the child are one unit, and we are supported by our mother. We have an inner mother and an inner child, and we're also supported by the Divine Mother. And we can support the divine child and the child of consciousness being expressed right now. So that was the message for today, my friends. I'm going to now shift gears and tune into the collective energy for the week ahead. I'm going to pull a few cards. What do we need to know, Spirit, for the week ahead? This is the week of January 27th, 2025. What do we need to know for this week? Well, first, I do hear change, and there's more than meets the eye. Get ready to make some changes. Oh, and we're in the time of Aquarius. I love Aquarius. Aquarius is a time of change and revolution and innovation. All right. What do we need to know this week? Here are the cards for this week. Okay, we've got 9 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. And then I'm going to pull The Universe Has Your Back. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. It's beautiful. Yeah, so for this week, folks, I feel like it's a week of preparations, and make preparations for the change that you want to see in your life. You might take note of your goals and then stock up on what you need to stock up. That could be stock up on what you need to stock up on. That could be physically, that could be mentally, emotionally, could be organizing thoughts, ideas, plans. It could be gathering materials together, but be wise about what you well, they're also saying be wise about what you share with others this week, but take time to honor your ideas, goals, visions, and create a space to begin to make changes towards those dreams, visions. And something also they're pointing out about using your words wisely. This is one of those weeks they're guiding you to be careful not to overshare and use discernment about what words you use and who you share things with. Page of Cups is in our challenge position. I feel like the Page of Cups is guiding us to know that you will be rewarded for hard work and perseverance, and disconnecting from external criticism, but continuing on with your plan, even if it feels like, this isn't this, I'm not seeing the reality of it yet. Um, I feel like they're guiding us for this week, my friend, to keep track of your progress, because as you keep track of your progress, it helps to prove to your analytical mind, and I'm talking about little baby steps, whatever tiny little baby steps, even evidence of the past successes that you've had. As you keep a list, mentally, better yet, write it down, record it of what's going well, it gives you the momentum and the sort of it gives the evidence to the analytical mind. It helps you break through some barriers of maybe self-doubt or old paradigms of I don't have what it takes, or I don't have enough, or there isn't enough. We got to redefine those, right? Ace of Cups is the guidance card for this week. I feel like the Ace of Cups is reminding you to don't be shy about letting people know that you love them. So, earlier I was saying use your words wisely and with discernment, but I feel like part of the communication guidance that's wanting to come through is you are loved, and your words of love really spread the love in ways you don't understand. So tell someone that you care about them. Use loving, kind words today, this week, in some unexpected ways. Just let people know that you care, that they're lovable, that there's hope, and you are going to spread hope. It's going to magnify in your own life. It's going to have a butterfly effect and magnify in the universe. So use words of love, just unexpected, just spontaneous words this week. Five of Swords is our final result card for this week. I feel like the Five of Swords is guiding us. Don't take it so seriously if not everything that you starts out with a bang and just manifests, immediately. The Five of Swords is guiding us to just take your time and work through obstacles one by one as they come up. There is support for you to overcome any delays or challenges or naysayers or outer critic, inner critic. The the support is there for you, and as you take your time and avoid rushing, but create a pace really in alignment with spirit, not alignment with your mind or your ego, but in alignment with the unity of spirit. And this helps you to see the big picture and not magnify small little, delays or what you are perceiving as um, an obstacle, which might not actually, in the big picture, be an obstacle. And I pulled a clarifying card. The King of Pentacles came up. We're working on our leadership ability. We're working on our ability to see the big picture and to plan big, um, envision big, to act big. And that means being able to put mentally in the appropriate place each little detail. So don't magnify a detail, see the big picture this week. And I'm going to read this message again from the Universe Has Your Back cards. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. And understand that the love of the universe is eternal and that you are always guided, you are always protected. Please remember that, my friend. I hope you have a beautiful, magical, healing, successful, abundant, loving week full of magic and miracles. And I appreciate you tuning in so much. I will see you next group video or session. Take care.